Yeah, it's weird. There's a little delay on the video. I can see my eyes move.
Hi.
Hello.
Haha, finally.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, man.
How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man.
Awesome.
Nice to
Welcome.
see you.
You too.
Great to be on your show. Thanks for having me over.
Dude, absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
I love your work.
cheers, mate. I was so glad to hear. Yeah, was getting some grief with the cell phone there. So I plugged in my laptop and now it's great.
Awesome. There you go. There you go. So yes. Go introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are. Because I know they know your work, but they don't know your face.
All right. So hi, everybody. I'm George Nerantzis. I'm a music producer, sound engineer, and a metalhead since actually the early 2000s. I started listening metal when I was like, really young. And I work with artists like Abbath, Dark Funeral, Pain of Salvation, Gus G, Night Rage, and many, many others.
Awesome.
And again, really glad to be with you.
Cool. Thanks, brother. So how many years have you been recording?
I've been doing this professionally for almost a decade now, for 8 years.
Oh, awesome.
But I've been recording since I was 13, 14. I would plug in my Marshall amp back then into my computer. And I listened to the records I loved and tried to recreate the same thing. So I've been doing it for more than a decade, but professionally around 8 years now.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. So what's your favorite effects and mixing gear that you use on songs?
Well, these days I cannot mix without my Manley combo. I have a EQ, a Manley massive passive, and I got the Varimute, the compressor. I use it, man. I use it on everything. It's like there are great tools. I use it on mixing. I use it on mastering. On the drum bass, separate instruments. I love it. You get a real color, a real depth with this analog gear. You cannot get the tube sound in the box yet. That's what I think. You need to have real gear, real hardware gear.
No, absolutely, totally understand that. What's your view on amp sims? Because I know there's a big battle that they want to use real gear, but all they can afford is amp sims, or they don't want to mic it and all that shit.
Yeah, good question. I have mixed feelings to be honest. I absolutely love working with real amps, especially recording using a real amp. The feeling is different. You can feel it in the hands,
Yeah.
You can get pretty far by using amp sims. I've done it on records. It takes longer time. You need to tweak a lot more to get the sound.
Really?
I don't think right now they're in the place of being able to replace real amps, to be honest.
Okay. Because I know for years I've always had problems using amp sims. I just never get the tone that I want.
Yeah.
Never get exactly what I want. So
exactly, it can happen, but it's way more complicated than using an amp.
Yeah.
Actually, I do like using the Kemper a lot, to be honest.
Okay, I've heard good things about that.
Yeah, I love the Kemper. It makes the workflow much easier,
Yeah. How so?
And it sounds good. You have your sounds, you have the palette of sounds, you have them saved there, and you can't recall instantly. So that's a big savior. So for example, you could be reamping a band, and then you need to do another recording, change the mics around, and then you need to resume the session, and you're like, it's not as easy as having the Kemper there and dialing it and getting the exact same sound. And it does sound great. It sounds way better than AbSims, I think.
Yeah. Awesome. Fucking awesome.
Definitely great piece of gear.
So a lot of people want to know, hey, from your side, do you have any tips on recording or mixing? Because I know a lot of people are trying to learn how to mix these days, especially with the quarantine. You can't get in the fucking studio, so you got to try and do everything yourself at home. So, what kind of tips do you have for that?
Totally. I mean, I have to say that the best tip is to actually go and work with a professional and see what he's doing, and that would be the best thing to get the best results. But it's not as easy anymore because of all the restrictions. And man, it's crazy all that's going on. So I would say just keep a simple chain. Don't get over attached with using too many plugins. Keep everything simple. Go with stock plugins, actually. As strange as it sounds, using the tools that are in your DAW can save you a lot of time, and you need to focus more on your performance while you're tracking yourself, and on that creative aspect. Of course, there are many places online now that you can learn how to work with the software and the gear. Actually, I was watching. I'm not in any way affiliated with them, by the way. I just think it's a really good place to learn. I was watching the Creative Live seminars. There's a lot of producers been doing courses there, and I think they're a good place to actually get to know about production. What I would say also, try not to over edit things. I think people become a little bit too obsessed with having everything on grid and having everything perfect, and they're taking away a lot of the feeling, from the recording. So I think that's missing a lot these days. Don't kill the soul of the
don't kill the magic
of the songs. Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah, dude, that's fucking great to hear from a professional. I mean, for the last fucking 10, 15 years, with all the, I guess, core bands that have come out, deathcore, this fucking core, that shit, it's all been on the fucking beat. It had to snap to the fucking grid. Yeah, I mean, the mix sounds pretty good, but you're right. It's like almost computer generated fucking music.
Yeah,
it's magic.
Exactly. That's the thing, and I mean, it's been going on a lot the past decade, and I felt that it's missing a little bit from the music. This feeling, this groove, this energy. I think it's important that this gets maintained. Actually, it sounds might sound a little bit geeky, but I'm working on a technique right now. I was thinking of making a video, and so every time there's a need to edit stuff, I edit it in a way that preserves the groove. So instead of editing it on the grid, I use a groove grid. So I don't know if more people are using this method. I'm curious to see. So I might do a video.
Dude, please do. I've never heard of that. A groove grid.
Yeah. So just keep an eye for that. Maybe it will be out eventually.
Yeah, dude, no, that's awesome. What DAW do you use?
Well, I used to be on Pro Tools for years, but actually I bought Cubase 10 like 3 years ago, and I haven't looked back since, man. I love it. I love it. Makes life so much so much fun and easier.
Dude, it's all about that workflow.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Exactly. All right. So the big question that the fans are going to want to know.
All right.
How was Abbath? How was it working with him, dude?
Well, yeah, I'll tell you everything. It's a funny story in general. So at that time, I was working at Dugout Productions in Sweden, in Uppsala, along with Daniel Bergstrand, Meshuggah producer. He's done so many bands. So we did the session there actually. Abbath was great. Was actually pretty smooth to work with him.
Awesome.
He didn't come to the studio, to be honest. So he recorded his guitars and vocals in Bergen with Doug. I think this. I'm not sure I remember the name of the studio. I think it was Lead Studio or something. So what we did, we recorded the drums in Dugout. Kevin Foley from Benighted played the drums. He was the Creature back then.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah. He's a great drummer, man. A really fast drummer.
Yeah.
So actually we sent the files over to Bergen, to Abbath. He recorded there. And we reamped, mixed, and then I mastered the album there in Dugout. So I didn't actually get to meet him in person. I think it would be amazing. I wish I had the chance.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool to work with him, even by long distance.
Yeah, right. So when it came to the reamping, did they give you an idea of what kind of sound he wanted versus the sound he had with Immortal?
Yeah, actually, back then I remember the conversation. The topic was about getting a more organic sound, a more natural sound, not going, the classic black metal approach in a way, the old Immortal approach. I remember Kiss was discussed a lot as a reference, not only about the guitars, but in general. So we gave it a more of a what you would call now a black and roll feeling in a way. So,
okay, yeah, oh, absolutely, yeah. I fucking love Kiss. I totally get the reference.
I think Abbath is a huge fan of Kiss. Of course, he's a huge fan of Motorhead also.
Yes.
So we wanted to go that path. So about the guitar sound, actually, we didn't get any specific request about the tone. I wanted to steer it in a little bit like a Slayer direction, an old school thrash metal direction.
Yeah, interesting.
So that's the approach we took back then.
Awesome. Was it harder or easier having him do all the vocals and the guitars separate, or is that something you would have liked to have been there for that?
Well, it's difficult to answer that question because it was easy to have everything recorded separately. That I can say. I get a feeling it would be fun to have him next to me and work together in person, of course.
Yeah.
In general, it usually is more straightforward to record separately and then work based on that, to be honest. But in some cases, if the band can really support it, it's so great to have them playing live, man, and
awesome.
Have that as a basis.
Okay.
Totally.
Cool. Well, honestly, what did he think of the album once it was done?
I remember he was listening in his cabin in the woods back then. So we sent the files and he gave a call and was like, I love this. This is perfect. I love the drums. I love the guitar sound. It's awesome. Just put the guitars a little bit higher. I love it. It's a classic already. That's what he was saying.
Fucking awesome. That's
yeah.
It
was amazing to hear.
Yeah. Speaking of his Motorhead influence, he's this year at Psycho Vegas and Psycho Fest in Las Vegas. His band Bombers is playing.
Right.
Dude, got tickets. Can't wait to fucking see that. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be a blast. I mean,
yeah, dude. So again, thank you very much for joining us.
Man, it's a pleasure, and thanks for inviting me over.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd like to share to say some things about the current projects I'm working with.
Of course, please.
If that's okay, because
yes. No, we want to hear what you are doing. I love what you did. I want to know what you're doing. And please feel free to plug yourself, talk about what your studio does, and even throw out prices, because I know there's so many things you can look up on the internet about how much it costs to do this in a real studio if I want to do it. But let's hear it from you. You know?
Well, yeah. Talking about prices is difficult because every project is different, you know.
Oh yeah.
But in general, I mean, I try to keep prices as friendly as possible, but at the same time, you know, I need to pay bills and
absolutely right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so that's the thing. I was working there and it was great. I got the chance to, you know, make a really nice circle. Right now, I mean, I'm working with bands and other producers from all over the world.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm actually about to finish mixing a band called Abbath right now.
Okay.
They're old school black metal, and they're from Mexico and Greece, Greece and Mexico, whatever.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so keep an eye on that. They have an awesome Dark Throne remix that
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, Sin Origin. That's the song. I love the song.
Very cool.
So yeah, a lot of black metal. Been doing a lot of melodic death metal. Another band I'm working with. Actually, they just released their album. They're called Christ of Fear.
Christ of Fear. Okay.
I get the chance to work with more producers right now.
Cool.
I'm working with Marios Iliopoulos from Night Rage. He's a great musician, great guitarist.
Yeah.
He's running a studio in Greece, in Thessaloniki. So if any band is interested in recording there, and I don't know, maybe going for a swim in the days off.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm also working with a band that's called Ethereum right now. And they got Saki Stolis from Rotting Christ featuring on their song.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Actually, I got to work with this band through another great artist. He's called Fotis Bernardo, and he played with Septic Flesh and
really? Wow.
And now he's with Nightfall. So I'm happy I'm doing that. We did more bands together, like Fortress Under Siege. And one more thing to check out is Andreas from Dark Funeral. He got his solo project going on. He just released I think an EP. So I got to do the mastering for that recently.
Oh, awesome.
It was. I love the songs, man. Really folkish, battery-like black metal music.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
It's called the Heljamadr, the project, mixed by another great, really great producer called Terry Nikas in Greece that I also had a chance to work with. So check it out.
Any idea when that comes out?
I think it's out already.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. The video clip is out.
Okay. I'll look for it. That's fucking awesome. How was it when you worked with Dark Funeral?
Yeah, it was great. It was a little bit. The deadline was a little bit strict.
Oh, kind of rushed.
So, yeah, we had to do a lot of things within a really short amount of time. But yeah, actually, it went really well. I was working with Lord Ahriman. We recorded the guitars together.
Oh, good.
Awesome. And the vocals with Andreas, and at the same time, I mean, the thing is, we would be working in two different control rooms in Dugout at the same time. So we had that thing going, and it was it was a challenge because we had a very strict deadline to abide to, but we made it, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out.
Yeah, then let the people know which album that was.
It was the last one, When Shadows Forever Reign, Forever and For. And that was also an album that we took the more old school approach. We had that in mind because I mean, it's also one thing about metal that it was sounding a little bit, too too similar in a way. Everything was sounding a little bit plastic, especially the drums. So everyone wanted to get away from that approach. So when we were doing these records, like 4 or 5 years ago, that was our compass, you know. Just work based on that.
Yeah, no, I find it interesting. You said 4 or 5 years ago, and you guys were trying to get away from it. Here now in the States, now they're trying to get away from that. That's why European music's always better. You guys are ahead of the grade. You know, you see what you want, fucking do it, man.
Yeah, right on. Right on, totally.
Love it. Awesome. Well, I'm not going to keep you forever, brother.
No problem, man. I mean,
really appreciate you taking the time for this.
No, my pleasure. And I really like what you guys doing. I checked out your channel, and
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Great stuff.
I might need to send some of my music to you for you to fix it up.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Absolutely, brother.
Would be honored.
Awesome.
To work with it.
I just might fucking do that, dude.
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, I'd love to. And yeah, you know what? Hit me up anytime. I'd love to show you around my place, my studio, also, and we can have another chat there. And
no, that would be fucking cool.
Yeah,
you could definitely do a studio tour.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So anytime, feel free to contact me and write me over.
I sure will, brother. Thank you very much.
No problems, man.
All right.
No
have
problems.
a good night.
Hey, take care, man. Thanks for having me again.
Yes, sir.
Cheers.
Bye.
Have a great day.
You too.